Have you ever felt the sudden, agonizing sting of being rejected by someone you truly loved and trusted? You did everything right. You were loyal, you were kind, and you prayed for them daily. Yet for some unexplainable reason, they just stopped choosing you. They grew cold, they walked away, or they betrayed your heart in a way you never saw coming. You are sitting there today, completely shattered, asking God, why did you let this happen? Why didn't you make them stay? But what if I told you that their rejection of you was actually God's ultimate protection over you? What if the no you received from that person was actually a yes from heaven to save your entire future? Today, we are going to dive into the deep, often painful biblical psychology of rejection and discover why God sometimes intentionally stops people from loving you. The human brain is wired to perceive social rejection exactly like physical pain. When someone walks away from you, your brain processes that emotional wound in the same way it would process a broken bone. This is why rejection feels like a life or death situation. Because your nervous system is in shock, your first instinct is to chase them, to beg for another chance, or to try and fix yourself so they will come back. But psychologically, when you chase someone who has rejected you, you are telling your soul that their opinion of you is more important than God's purpose for you. You are essentially making that person an idol in your life. If you look at the life of King David, you see a man who was a master at handling divine rejection. Long before he fought Goliath, David was rejected by his own father and brothers. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited to the meeting. He was left in the fields, forgotten. But David didn't beg for his family's approval. He understood a profound spiritual truth. If God has a crown for you, no amount of human rejection can stop it. In fact, God often uses the rejection of people to isolate you so that he can develop you. If David's brothers had accepted him, he might have spent his life trying to please them instead of becoming the king God called him to be. One of the most dangerous things you can do is try to rebuild a bridge that God has intentionally burned. In the Bible, when God was leading the Israelites out of Egypt, he didn't take them the shortest route, because he knew that if they faced a war too soon, they would get scared and run back to their slavery. Sometimes, God sees a war or a betrayal in your future with a specific person, something you cannot see right now, and he causes a rejection in the present to stop you from going back to a spiritual Egypt. Their sudden loss of interest in you is often God's way of closing a door that would have eventually destroyed your destiny. You have to realize that you cannot force someone to see your value if God has blinded them to it for your own protection. If you are constantly begging someone for the bare minimum of love and respect, you are out of alignment with your identity as a child of the King. Rejection is God's redirection. He is clearing the space in your life for the people who are actually assigned to your future, not your past. The faster you stop crying over the people who left, the sooner you will recognize the people God is sending to help you grow. Learning how to heal your self-worth after a devastating rejection and stopping the toxic cycle of chasing people is incredibly difficult. If you are tired of feeling like you aren't enough and you want a biblical blueprint to rebuild your confidence and hear God's voice through the silence, there is a life-changing book you need to read. It is called Unwanted, Living Loved When You Feel Less Than, Left Out, and Lonely, by Lysa TerKeurst. Lysa writes with incredible vulnerability about her own experiences with rejection and provides powerful scriptural tools to help you stop the spiral of not being enough. I have placed a direct link to get the book in the description below. If you are struggling to believe that you are loved today, please get this book and let it heal your heart. God is not punishing you by removing those people. He is preparing you for something greater. Stop looking at the closed door and start looking at the God who holds the keys. If you are choosing to trust God's redirection today, I want you to type, "I am choosing to be redirected," in the comments section below. Make sure you check the link in the description for that book. Subscribe to this channel for more biblical psychology and walk in your absolute worth. God bless you, and I will see you in the next video.